Welcome to Uffsides. This is your AFC North division preview for the 2016 season. I'm your host, Matt Ufford, joined by my pals, co-workers, Alex and Will. How's it going, guys?
Oh, good.
It's all right. We'll hang out at a work thing and we'll feel like friends again.
Thanks, man.
Up first, the Cincinnati Bengals. Oof, rough off-season for the Bengals. Of course, Vontaze Burfict been suspended 3 games related to his on-field conduct at the end of that horrific, painful playoff loss to the Steelers. They had the game in their hands, even with A.J. McCarron starting at quarterback instead of the injured Andy Dalton. Jeremy Hill, man. Sure hands all season long, and then, what was it? Less than 2 minutes left in the game?
Yeah, he Ernest Binered it.
That was about the worst way you can lose a playoff game, keeping in mind what the Vikings did.
Can you keep in mind 2011 to 2013?
I would honestly rather lose on a shanked field goal, because then you just blame the kicker. I was watching with 2 Bengals fans, and one of my friends almost broke his hand punching the television.
So he's as smart as the roster of the Bengals.
You know, he's a very intelligent person who, like most NFL fans, is made dumb by his favorite team. We're talking about that rough offseason they had. Lost Leon Hall and Reggie Nelson to free agency. And, of course, Cincinnati stalwart, Harambe. Out for Harambe. Their number 2 and number 3 receivers left in free agency. That's Marvin Jones and Mohamed Sanu. They've been replaced by second-round draft pick Tyler Boyd.
But Tyler Eifert's strong and good to go, right?
Oh, wait, no, he played in the Pro Bowl and broke his ankle. Eifert's like, I'll never play in a Pro Bowl again. It's
you right?
You don't know how right you are, sir. Las Vegas and our friends at OddsShark say that the over-under win total for the Bengals is 9.5. I think I might have to take the under here. I just think that Andy Dalton already peaked last year. That's as good as you're gonna see from Andy Dalton, and then Hugh Jackson leaves to coach the Browns. I just don't think that this is the team that is gonna be the same contender in the NFC North that it's been the last couple of years. Okay, up next, the Pittsburgh Steelers, who lost in the playoffs to the Broncos last year. They were missing who?
Everyone.
Le'Veon Bell, Antonio Brown, because he got his bell rung, like Vontaze Burfict. That was nice of the Bengals, that they were going down in flames, and they just grabbed onto the Steelers.
That's how they should have done Titanic. Jack should have dragged her down.
Pittsburgh Steelers. Chic favorite to win the AFC this year based on an incredible offense that is mostly just Ben Roethlisberger hucking the ball to Antonio Brown. Of course, Martavis Bryant, the 6'5" speedster, suspended the entire season. Le'Veon Bell suspended probably 4 games, it looks like, because new phone, who dis? Didn't respond to the NFL's desires to drug test him. Again with the raccoons in the wall. God. Production value on the show is so low.
The raccoons are union, so I can't really do anything about it.
Please ignore the banging in the walls. Anyway, Steelers longtime tight end Heath Miller, a huge stable part of the team for so many years, has retired. They signed Ladarius Green away from the Chargers to be their tight end, and then he's got some concussion effects.
I don't think anyone even knows if he's ever going to play for him. Just gave him a $20 million contract.
Hey, good thing they're not guaranteed contracts in the NFL, and by good thing, that's actually a terrible thing, and I wish that the players would solve that with the next CBA. Steelers win total over-under is projected at 10.5. I don't think everybody's really high on the Steelers and say that their offense is going to be so amazing this year. This team doesn't have a ton of depth. And Ben Roethlisberger is 34 now?
I know he was born in 82. I don't know if he's 34.
You're so weird!
I think he's 34.
You're so weird. Ben Roethlisberger, he's fat.
There's a chance that the fat is just scar tissue from the 300 injuries he's had.
That said, I still think the Steelers are probably the best team in the AFC North. 11 wins, sure.
I think that secondary has too many question marks for an 11-win team. I think they come in a little under.
God bless you, I could kiss you on the mouth. Up next, the Baltimore Ravens. A team that used to be worthy of so much of my enmity, now just deeply, deeply boring.
That was one of my SAT words.
Deeply
boring?
Enmity. Good word.
The Ravens, what did they finish last year?
5-11.
Ton of fun to watch them be bad. Steve Smith tore his Achilles, and instead of retiring, slinking off into the sunset, he's like, I'm going to battle back at age 35?
He was born in the 70s, dude. He's old.
Again, you know the birth year, but not the age of a
37.
person. 37 and coming back from a torn Achilles. And he's only one of 2 aging Ravens coming back from a torn Achilles. Terrell Suggs.
Who wants to be known hereforth as Darth Sizzle.
Nope, that's too cool. You're gonna be Terry.
As in, your Achilles.
Terry. You're Achilles Terry. In order to inject some youth into the Ravens, they signed 33-year-old safety Eric Weddle. I just made his name past tense and also a verb. They're gonna weddle all the way to the, I was gonna say bottom of the division, but then I looked down and saw the Browns.
Not so fast, Baltimore.
Cleveland's like, hold on, we have something to say about that. This is a team that I really don't care talking about unless it's defensive coordinator Dean Pease.
But he does so many things other than pee.
I also poo, sir. Sometimes I'm Dean Poos.
I am just a simple Dean.
Anyway, this team is too old and too injured to make the playoffs. 2 quarterbacked by Joe Flacco.
Their first rounder last year who didn't play.
Brashad Perriman.
Even he's old as dirt.
Brashad Perriman is like Greg Oden old.
Yeah.
Let's check his birth certificate.
Yeah, the Obama truthers.
Yeah.
I want to know about Brashad Perriman.
I'm a Brashad Perriman truther. Over-under win total for the Ravens is 8, and I am taking that under. That was me rolling dice with both hands. Under 8 wins, what do you say?
They're a talented team. They're just so hurt, but I'll still take over. I think they'll win a little over 8.
Ugh, gross. And bringing up the caboose of the AFC North, the factory of sadness, Cleveland Browns, A New Hope. This is episode 4, A New Hope. They've got Paul DePodesta, the smartest man in baseball, working in football now, with his Harvard friends coming in and telling Hugh Jackson, the quarterback whisperer, with a new quarterback, RG3.
Well, it's good that he's a QB whisperer, because there are concerns if you talk too loudly at RG3, it'll trigger concussion.
That's all the notes I have on the Browns.
Josh Gordon.
Hey, Josh Gordon. We're recording this in August. I feel like we have to put a timestamp on this video because as things are right now, at this very moment, he will be back in the NFL after a 4 more game suspension. He's already, last season,
The first 2 games of 2013, the first 10 games of 2014, all of 2015, first 4 games of 2016. But other than that, he's been available.
the Browns were not particularly talented on the field last year. Then they went and let everybody walk or got rid of everybody except for Joe Thomas.
I mean, you talk about Calvin Johnson wasting away in Detroit. How about Joe Thomas?
But Joe Thomas vocally wants to get the hell out of there.
Joe Thomas did some f***ed up shit in a previous life. The over-under win total for the Browns projected in 2016 is 5.
Is it 5 or 5.5?
It says 5. I think it's kind of on the nose. I think that they're kind of 4 to 5 wins. I do think that Hugh Jackson's a good coach. I think that they're going to be better than people expect.
So it's what's more likely, 4 or 6 is basically what it comes down to.
I think 4 is more likely
Yeah,
than
I agree.
6.
I'll go under.
So there you have it, my preview of the AFC North, my least favorite division in all football. I wish I never had to watch any of these teams ever. But anyway, if you hated this division preview, you'll love all the other ones. Check those out. And during the season, Wednesdays on SB Nation's YouTube channel, we preview all the best games and maybe the worst game every single week. Check us out!